Welcome back everyone, and this episode, before we begin, I want to say that I know a few of you would have seen the title to this video and thought, oh god, binary again, I'll never understand this, screw it, I don't need to know it anyway. But for those of you who have not done that, I very much encourage you to stay. This is going to go through all the basics of binary, everything that you need to know and will ever need to know about basic binary. So with that in mind, let's get started. So yeah, binary is one of those weird alien redstone concepts that get mentioned by all those redstone geniuses out there, and you kind of watch the videos and kind of go along with it without really understanding it. And that's what I did for the most part on a lot of binary videos while being fairly interested. But today, after today's episode, you're going to understand binary, and I want to put that guarantee to you. So we have binary for beginners. Now, I'm sure, well, I hope you're all aware of the decimal system. And in the decimal system, we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we carry the 1. So we carry that 1 we get from that 10, and then we start back at 0. So we have 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, all the way. Then we have 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, etc., etc. So that's basically how you count decimal. Binary, very, very similar, except decimal, a decagon, a decane, 10. Binary means 2. Bicycle, stuff like that. The decimal means 10, binary means 2. So in decimal we have 10 numbers. In binary we have 2 numbers. So binary, basically how you count binary, you go 0, 1, and that's as far as we go. We then start back at 0. So we carry the 1, so it's 1, 0, then 1, 1, then we start back, but you don't put the 2 there. You actually carry the 1 over, and because this one becomes 2, you carry the 1 again, so you have 1, 0, 0. You have 1, 0, 0, that's here, 1, 0, 1, carry the 1, 1, 1, and so on and so forth. Don't worry if that didn't make much sense. I'll explain it very visually just in a sec. In fact, right now. We'll go right now. Here we have a sort of binary system. May not look like it, but we do. We can turn these on and off, hopefully they stay on. This. Now, I'm going to claim to you that this is 1. Binary 1. Decimal 1. Very, very easy to remember. 0 and 1 in decimal and binary are actually the same. So we have these two. I'm going to add this. I'm going to claim this is 3. And you're like, how? And I'm going to claim this is 6. And you're like, where is the logic in this? Well, if we had decimal, we'd have 10 of these, and each one would represent one number. Here, we have to convert them. 1, 2, 4. So, what does that make? So this makes this 1. Alright? If you click this one on, becomes the binary number is 2, 0, 1, 0, which is equal to 2. Here we have 1, 0, 0. Where 1 is on, in case you didn't realize. And this is 4. Now, what is the logic in that? Well, we'll get to it right now. So as we all know, our decimal system is based on tens. So we have the 1 slot, then the 10 slot, and then the 100 slot, and then the 1000 slot. It increases by times 10 every time, a magnitude every time, should we say. So we have, I have all the slots lined up here. We have the 1 slot, 10 slot, 100 slot, 1000 slot. Let's say we had, 3, 7, 2, 4. It reads as 3,700, and then the 2-digit numbers we actually, in English we actually have a different way of saying them, but 3,000, realistically you should be saying 3,700 and I forget what the numbers are, 410 and 5 1, let's say 3745. 3,700 410 5 1, but we just convert that to 45. That's basically how you read the numbers in decimal. And this is very, very, very similar in binary. Now, binary is a little different. I said decimal is based on 10, so you times 10 every single slot. Times 10, times 10. However, binary is based on 2, so it will make sense to multiply by 2 every slot, and this is exactly the case. Sound logic? So we start at 1, multiply by 2, so on and so forth. So in here, we were multiplying by 10 to get the slots, and we had 1,000, 2 100s, 3 10s, and 4 1s, for example, and we read that as a number. In binary, we can have this, and alright, let's make an example number. We have, let's say 0. I'll put the redstone on the ones that are 1s. So let's say 116, 14, 12, 11, and 0 in the 8-bit, and these are called bits, by the way. The 32-bit is 0, and the 8-bit is 0. So we've got 116, 14, 12, and 11. 16 plus 4 is 20, plus 2 is 22, plus 1 makes 23. So that number would actually read 23 if we were to convert it to the decimal system. And this logic can be repeated for any binary number you could ever encounter. So here we only have 3 bits, but we can easily make binary numbers. We can do 1, then, and I'm going back to adding 1 to a number as we did in this. So I said we restarted, so we add 1 to this. And because the 1 bit is now full, as we would in decimal, if we add 1, if this were decimal, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. If we add 1 to the 1, it would add and carry it to the next one, as it would in decimal. You go 1 and then you turn off 1 and put on 2. Now in decimal you'd usually add 1 to this and then go to the next one, but in binary we actually start here, we actually add 1 to this, and because this isn't activated we don't carry it, and therefore we have 1 plus 2 is 3. So how to add binary? Basically you just add it to the 1 bit and then just keep doing the carries until you get to a line that isn't powered. So let's carry this. We were to turn this on, so carry 1 to here, we carry the 1 over to here. This gets added 1, but since this already is powered, it carries it also, and it goes to this, and we have 4. 100 is 4. And this can be, and then we just start back at 1 again. Let's do it. So that's 4 plus 1 is 5. Hit this again, it carries to the next one. Of course it's raining. There you go, guys. So we carry it to the next one. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then we do this. There's no carry. 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. And with 3 bits, this is the maximum you can get. If you hit this again, carries, 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 and it would carry to the 8-bit if we had it in, but we don't. So this is basically how to count in binary. Very, very simple, and I'll go through a couple of binary counters right at the end of this episode. But interesting to note that to find the maximum number for the amount of bits you have, either you go to the last number, find the value of the last bit, double it, and minus 1, which is 7, which is the maximum we can count. Or if you're a little more mathematically inclined, you count up your number of bits, which in this case is 3. Put it to the power of 2, so 2 to the power of 3 is 8, and then take away 1, which is 7, and that gives you maximum value. So amidst all of this, you might find yourself asking, how is binary useful? Well, if you ever wanted to, I'm not going to say make a computer system because that's not for everyone, but if you ever wanted to make sort of a game in Minecraft, or you wanted to just, count something and display it on a screen, for example, this is what you would use. Because, alright, let's pick a random number, 83 as a very random number. If you want to do that in decimal, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, way out there at 160 blocks away, 160 plus. But here, You can see all the doubling of numbers. We're up to 64. We've already made it to 64 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 7 lines we made to the number 64 already. Now that's pretty good. That's very, very space efficient. So we wanted to count to 83, so 64. We added 32, it'd be too high, so we're going to skip this. 64 plus 16 is 80, and we want to add 3. 2 and 1 is 3. And that is 83 in binary. 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Very, very, very easy. So you just start from the highest and count down. So I actually have been working on a couple of versions of a binary counter recently, and when I hear people say binary counters are hard, I laugh. They are extremely simple. Basically, you want something that only activates the next line when the previous one is lit. And what does this? A T flip-flop. Let's hit it. 1. Got this. This is 1. And this is 1, 2-bit, 4-bit, 8-bit for anyone. And this type of T flip-flop, which I had over in my block swappers design, is rising edge. Sorry, no, it's not rising edge. It's falling edge triggered. So when this line goes off, the next one will turn on. And only when the previous line goes off will the next one turn on. What effect does this have? You can keep hitting this button, and you can see the next one turned on here. And what will happen to this one? Nothing will happen. This one only activates on a falling edge, so activating this wire will do absolutely nothing to this one. When we hit that, it ripples through and goes to the 4-bit. And we can just keep hitting this button for as much as we like. I can get the button. And then it'll ripple all the way through the 8-bit. I probably don't have it hooked up right. It's a bit interesting. Yeah, not too sure what happened there, but anyway, you get the point, guys. I just hooked that up wrong, probably. All you need is consecutive T flip-flops. The one that also works is, and I need my repeaters, is this one, and then you can just keep going. Repeater, sticky piston, sticky piston, sticky piston. And this is pretty much the most compact version I've come up with so far. And all you need to do is it's hard to take the power out of these, unfortunately. In fact, I'll just leave it like this for now, and we can do, and that's just resetting the whole thing. And when a block goes down, that means it's 1. So you can see 1, 2 because 0, 1, 0, 0, then 1, 1, 0, 0, ripples through to the 4-bit, so on and so forth. So very, very easy. All you need is just a row of T flip-flops with the output of one T flip-flop hooked up to the next one. There you have it, binary counter. So that just about wraps it up for binary for beginners, guys, and I hope you learned something from this. I hope if you didn't know something about binary that you do now. That's pretty much all that I can hope for in this, and if you want to look over any of these concepts again, any of them, it will all be here. Check the first line of the description, as in every single one of these videos. You'll see that world download, and you can go check it out for yourself. And I have no idea what happened here. I'll have a look into this and fix it for the world download, guys. So I think that just about wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the world download, and hope you learned something, and I will catch you next time.